Good afternoon, good people. I hope you guys are well. It is sunny, as you can tell, in Florida. I just got home, but I wanted to talk about something. So, about a month or so ago, a nurse that I follow posted something about basically telling people, don't spend all this money going to get a BSN. Like, go get an associate's and then have your job pay for you to get your BSN. Okay. And I 100% agree. And basically, in the comment section, I wrote that I got my degree, my ASN paid for, like, completely. And I want to tell you guys how I did that. It all started back in high school. I joined this program or this elective called AVID. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. And so with AVID, basically it's a prep class, a college prep class that gets you ready to go to college. And basically the goal is to get you into a 4-year university. And so with AVID, basically you have like tutoring that's available. You have a lot of college prep, so resume writing, things like that, all that kind of stuff. And you also have field trips. Field trips are going to different colleges and universities in the state. So being that I'm in Florida, that's where we went. Sometimes we did overnight trips, so we actually had hotels. One time I remember we went to Miami, which was amazing. Imagine a 16-year-old going to Miami away from your parents. Yeah, I went to Miami one time, I told you, and then I also went to Jacksonville overnight, and then we did day trips here and there to different places that we would go and come back. So that was the whole gist, the whole basis of the program. And so I did that every year of high school, and from freshman year to sophomore year, and then junior and senior year, I started taking honors classes. So in freshman year, I was all in regular classes. And then based on the program with Abbott, they want you to get into a 4-year university, so they know it's going to be competitive. So you have to take those AP, those honors classes in order to be competitive to get into these universities, right? So I started taking honors classes in sophomore year. And then I continued junior, senior year. So senior year, people were trying to keep their feet up, relax, baby. I had goals. So I had to do honors classes. Like I think I took physics. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I took physics honors senior year. When I should have been taking some regular old basic science class, I was taking physics honors because I had a goal of getting into my dream school. Being that it's time to apply for colleges, right? Senior year. So I'm applying a few places. I applied to Louisiana State University. I applied to Florida Atlantic, known as FAU. I applied to FIU, Florida Atlantic, Florida Gulf Coast University, or FGCU, and Hampton University in Hampton, Virginia. So I got accepted to all 4 schools that I applied to. So now it's like, okay, where do we go? Okay. So I knocked out Hampton pretty fast because although they gave me a scholarship, it was only like $15,000. And so we know Hampton is a private HBCU, and it was just going to be too much money. I'm like, can't do it. Cancel it out. Okay. LSU, that is my dream school. Was my dream school. I mean, literally, I did my whole senior project on LSU. You could not tell me nothing when I got that letter that I got in. I was ecstatic. But LSU was going to cost me $40,000 a year or something like that. And didn't have it. Don't come from a rich family. Didn't have nobody that could give me that money. Wasn't trying to get no student loans like that. So, unfortunately, I had to let my dreams die with LSU. But that's one thing I told myself. When I have kids, I'm going to prepare to a place where if they got accepted to their dream university, then I'm going to be able to make sure that they can go. Like, there's going to be no issues, no problems. Like, me and your dad are going to have the money to send you there, because that's one thing that I really hate I didn't get to experience is my dream university. Especially when I got accepted, and I worked so hard. Like, I worked so hard in high school. Like, I kid you not. I worked my behind off. And, it paid off. And unfortunately, I couldn't go to where I wanted to go to because of finances. But that's something that I said I really want to make sure my kids are able to experience. Being that I crossed out Hampton and I crossed out Louisiana State, now it's basically like, where do I go from here? I had FGCU left and I had Florida Atlantic. I crossed out Florida Atlantic because with FGCU there was a scholarship that I could apply for that I felt like I had a really good chance of getting. So I applied for it. Unfortunately, I did not get it. And I don't have the money. Like, I just don't have the money. Like, even in-state schools cost a lot. So I just kind of had to figure it out from there. So all my schools, all the universities, all the hard work that I did in this college prep class to get into a 4-year university and actually attend, it's basically all for nothing. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't want to stay home and go to a state college because, like, I work my behind off. I'm not about to do that. So I remember there was a state college in Fort Myers where FGCU is, like 30 minutes away from FGCU. And the good thing about this place specifically is that they have dorms. So it's a little different than your local college, your local state college, right? So I'm like, okay, I apply for this school. I get in, which everybody's going to get in, right? And I saw they had a scholarship. It was like $3,000 a semester. I'm like, okay, great, because this is a community college or a state college, so tuition and everything is going to be less, right? So I'm like, okay, I should definitely be able to get the scholarship and I'll be able to go here, right? So from there, one day I come home from the bus from school, in high school. I go check the mail. I see a packet, and the packet is from the school that I got accepted to, the state college in Fort Myers. And it basically says, congratulations, Joya. You have been awarded the Academic Excellence Scholarship. It covers, and it told me what it covered, which was everything. A whole full ride scholarship. This was not the scholarship that I applied for. I had no idea this scholarship existed, okay? I'm thinking I'm about to get a little $3,000. Here I am getting a full ride. It included tuition, fees, a stipend, housing, okay, all of that, like everything for 2 years. Tell me that's not God. I'm mad that I can't go to LSU, but God said, you know what? If you would have went to LSU, you would have been in debt. So I'm gonna give you something. Yeah, it may not be what you want, but it's what you need to succeed. You need to be at a smaller school so you can stay focused, so you can get the grounding that you need, so you can eventually go out into the world and do whatever you need to do. So people keep asking me, like, how did I get it paid for? That's God. Like, my answer is literally, I told y'all what I said in this video, and God did the rest. Like, that's it. It's nothing else to it. Like, when you work hard, you pray, and you trust God, you're going to get the results that you want to do, like that you want. Like, you have to be in alignment with him as well. Like, you have to be living right and doing his word, but like, he's going to take care of you. So that was God's way of telling me, like, I know LSU is your dream. I know you got accepted, and I know you want to go there badly, but I got something for you. Because in my first semester, I ended up joining this Christian club, and the girl in the Christian club that kind of led it, she went to this local church. And so, like, I didn't have a car my first semester, my first year at all. So she would come and pick me up from the dorm and take me to church and take me back. And the club was really what I needed to kind of keep me grounded for the rest of my college journey. So I never got off path. Like, when everybody was clubbing and all of that, like, wasn't me. And I'll talk about that in a whole nother video, like what my college experience was like. But I just want to let y'all know, like, God is real. God is real. So how on earth do I, and this is what I want you to also understand, my SAT scores were trash, okay? SAT and SAT were trash. ACT and SAT, yeah, were trash. Like, they weren't, you know, they were bad. Like, they were average, I should say. I think I had like an 18 or something like that on, I think, ACT, or so it was really, like, not that good. SAT wasn't that good either. Like, they weren't high numbers. So if I can get a full ride, yes, albeit it's not a university, but still get a full ride, anybody can, if you trust God. So once that 2 years was up, basically my whole prereqs for nursing school was 2 years. So that kind of covered all of that. But now we got nursing school. Like, I got 2 years, essentially, or a year and a half, whatever you want to call it, for the program. So I still need money now. The 2 years has passed. I got the full ride. What's going to happen now? I got scholarships every semester that I applied for a scholarship. So once that full ride ran out of 2 years, after 2 years, I applied for foundation scholarships. I got it. I became an RA, so that covered my housing for a year. So that was 1 year I didn't have to worry about housing after my full ride scholarship ended, because it was supposed to be for a 2 year, because, you know, state schools, they're 2 year programs. But being that I went from, you know, doing prereqs and then going into the nursing program, I stayed at this school longer because of that. And so once that 2 years was up, I had to find a way to still make something happen. And so I did that by applying for scholarships, and I got them, reaching out to people, just doing things like that, to where I was gonna be okay. So God took care of me throughout college. So that's why to this day I got one student loan. I got it my last semester, so that was in like 2017. And it was only for housing, because that was the last semester that I wasn't an RA. Like that whole year prior, I was an RA. I didn't want to be an RA anymore. I just wanted to focus on school, and that's kind of what it was. So I had to kind of take out a loan because housing was expensive, and the loan was only like $2,500. But now it's down to like $900. So like, if you want to pay off my loan, please let me know. But no, like it's just all God. Like, and even with my bachelor's degree, I didn't go back to school until 2020, and that no loans necessary. I have a bachelor's in health science with a minor in management, and it was all covered. Like, I would either get scholarships, or what scholarships wouldn't cover it, I covered like out of pocket, because I was able to work and then pay what I need to pay. So that's why I say go get your associate's degree, because you're going to be a RN regardless, whether you get an associate's in science or you get a bachelor's. So I have an associate's. I don't have a bachelor's in nursing. I have a bachelor's in health science, because that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do a nursing bachelor's. But either way, whether you go get an associate's in science and nursing or you get a bachelor's in science and nursing, you're going to be an RN if you pass NCLEX, okay? Or else you're just going to be a nursing grad. So yeah, that's that. Keep pushing forward. Keep going. Like, I remember my last semester of my bachelor's program, which was in 2022 when I graduated. I remember like I just needed like a little bit of money, that way I wouldn't have to take it no loan, because I had took 5 classes because I wanted to graduate that semester. I didn't want to push it back. I didn't want to I took 5 classes. I'm working full time at the time, so understand that. So I called the financial aid office, and they're like, I'm like, hey, like this is my last semester. Like, is there any way like I can get some type of financial aid, some type of scholarship, some type of funding? People gave me $1,500, all because I asked. So I remember, this comes a full circle moment, being back in high school, and my AVID teacher, one of my AVID teachers, the main one, telling me the worst they can say is no. So I have kept that mindset throughout my life, since high school to now. The worst they can say is no. Just ask. Just ask. You never know what can happen. So by me asking for some money for my last semester, so I would not have to take out a loan, the people gave me $1,500 with the university that I went to. I did an online program, but still. Yeah. So that's how I got it paid for. Do what you got to do, make it happen, and like stay focused. Like, there are many times where I could have easily went a whole different direction. I could have been partying, doing all of that like other people, but I had a goal. I had like things that I want to accomplish, and that's why I'm eating now in life. That's why I'm living. That's why I can go to Tokyo. That's why I can do these things, because I worked, I sacrificed in my teens and in my early 20s to live how I live now. So I said all that to say, if you're somebody watching this video, you want to get money, you want to get whatever to finish school or whatever, keep praying. Never stop praying. Keep asking. You never know who will give it to you. You never know who want to bless you. You never know who want to say, listen, I want to support a young, black, whatever you are, student that's trying to go back to school. Or you could be older. You never know who wants to bless you. But don't stop. Even if that person says no, ask somebody else. Ask another department. Ask another organization. You never know. You never know. So use your connections and just apply. You never know what will happen. Anyways, I'm going to leave it here. As always, if you have any questions or anything like that, let me know. As always, stay grateful, stay faithful, stay consistent. Peace.